Hello, and welcome back to another video. My name's Roxy from Creative Mama Designs, and I am here today to give you another video in our series, the Design With Me series. Basically, in this series, we go on a journey designing a really simple, untapped, unsaturated digital product in Canva. I show you how I validated the niche, and then you go behind the scenes and watch me over my shoulder as I design this particular product. And also by the end, you will have designed it yourself if you are following along. So if that's something that you like the sound of, then make sure you like and subscribe, and let's jump in right now. Oh, but before we jump in, allow me to introduce you to my lovely freebie. It is a dot grid journal template. It comes with PLR rights, which means you can sell it within your business. So if you sell on Etsy or your own website or anywhere else in between, then this is free for you to use. It is in a really hot selling niche. It is a kind of also known as a bullet journal. And yeah, if you are interested in that and you haven't downloaded it already, then make sure you click the link in the description below. So the product we are going to be creating today is going to be quite a simple one. It is an in memoriam sign. And when I was doing some digging, it appears that it's a sign that you would use at a wedding, have it on the wedding table as like a really nice tribute to those who are no longer with us. So it is a really simple sign to put together, but it's really heartfelt. So when I am assessing niches, there are certain things that I like to look at and see that they tick the box of an untapped and unsaturated niche. So the first thing I will do is I'll go over to Etsy. I will do some searching around. I've come across this particular keyword here, this particular digital product. So what I will first look at after that is the amount of search results that are being returned on Etsy. I like to see numbers that are under 3,000 thereabouts, and this one is a really great starting point because there's only 412 results that Etsy is returning for this particular keyword and product. The next thing I like to do is scroll through and see if there are any bestsellers, any Etsy picks, and if I see any of those, then that's another tick in my book. So I'm not initially seeing bestsellers here, but okay, here's one. So this one is, yep, this is a printable, and again, it's a bestseller. It is in 20 plus baskets, so very, very popular. There are 59 reviews for this, so it is definitely selling. And as you can see, it's really tastefully designed, but there's not a lot, that goes into this design. But it's just kind of how you are structuring it, and maybe the poem that goes on there, whether it's heartfelt or suits the mood of the occasion. So basically, I like to see that the results are low in Etsy. I like to see bestsellers. I like to see it in people's baskets. There are also some other tools that I use to further validate the niche. So one I use is Everbee. It's really good at just allowing me to see the kind of monetary value of this particular niche. So it's a Chrome extension, and you click on the left-hand side and you click product analytics, and what it will then do, it will take all of the listings from the first page and do an assessment on them. So it will tell you things like price, monthly sales, monthly revenue, total sales. So it's really a really good way of rounding out your research. What I will then do is sort by monthly sales. So we've got this one that has over 300 monthly sales, and the revenue is 1,600 plus, which is absolutely great. Fantastic, lovely, for something that is not going to take too long to put together. It's not going to take too long to design and get up in our stores. It's definitely something that you might want to take a chance on. Get that on your list of digital products to create. And that's why we're creating it today. The other tool I like to generally use is called Sales Samurai. And it's just, again, there are certain things that I like to look at to really give me a fully comprehensive view of a particular niche or product idea. So what I like to look at here is Etsy SV, which is Etsy search volume. I like to just see that there are numbers in this, as long as it's not a 0 or NA, which is not applicable. It just means that there is traffic in this niche and people are looking for this particular product. I also like to look at the click-through rates to make sure that that is, relatively healthy. And also the Etsy competition is probably the most important thing I like to look at. So here it says it's 197, so super duper low. I like to see anything that is less than 3,000. So this is in the early hundreds. And so it's definitely something that you would want to take the chance on and design something, get it up in your store, Make sure that you refer to things like tags that are popular, which is what South Samurai can bring back, as can Everbee. Make sure that you've got them in your tag, your title, your descriptions. And that the thing with this niche is once you've designed one sign and you see how easy it is to put together, you can then design different ones of different styles, different looks, maybe floral type signs or greenery type signs. And, to really tackle and go deep in that memorial sign niche. So what we're going to do now is we're going to design our memorial sign. But before we do that, let me introduce you to my monthly membership. It is for digital product empire builders such as yourself who are looking for ready-made, ready-to-sell products in various niches that are proven unsaturated, untapped, because we want to make sure we are tapping into those lesser competition niches, especially if you are a new seller as well. This membership is going to allow you to sidestep any of the design headache, any of the research headache. They are ready made for you. All you need to do is open them up in Canva, make a couple of changes, but it's all there ready to go. So if you are interested in that, then please do express your interest in the form below, and I will have a special offer for those of you who do express interest in this membership. So without further ado, let's jump into making this sign. So I am going to, we are doing this in Canva, and we click in. I am using the pro version of Canva, but you are quite free to use the free version because we're going to just be using the free elements. So you would click into the main page, click create a design. We are going to click custom size, change that from pixels to inches. I'm going to do 8.5 because that's generally the rule of thumb. But then again, you can do different sizes, depending on where this sign is going to be used. Maybe it might be used on an easel, so maybe you might want a bigger sign, or, but that's something that you would do some research to and maybe offer those different options in order to provide more value to your customer. But I'm going to do 8.5 by 11, create new design. So now that's opened that up for us. And now we can go ahead, and the first thing I will do is start putting all the words on the page that I want. If you are struggling with wording to put on the page, if you're not good with, making a cute heartfelt poem or message, then I would definitely say scroll on over to ChatGPT. It's a great resource and will help to jumpstart any ideas that you might have. So what we'll do is I'm in ChatGPT now, and I'm just going to give it some context. So I am creating a in memoriam sign which can be used at a wedding. I'm going to say a printable in memoriam sign which can be used at a wedding. Are you familiar with this type of sign? So it's immediately come back. Yes, I'm familiar with in memoriam signs used at weddings. An in memoriam sign is a way to honor and remember loved ones who have passed away and cannot be present at the wedding. These signs are typically displayed at the wedding ceremony or reception to acknowledge the significance of those who are no longer with us. It then goes on to give suggestions for how to lay it out and what to include. So this is great. It knows exactly what we need. So now what we could ask is, what should we include? What type of message or quote would be a nice quote to include on this particular product? So I'm going to do that now. Please write a heartfelt message in memory of those who have passed away and cannot attend, and so cannot attend. So let's see what it comes back with. In loving memory, as we gather to celebrate this joyous occasion, we carry with us the cherished memories of those who are no longer by our side. Though they cannot be here in person, their love, wisdom, and spirit are present in every moment. This is really lovely. Today, as we embark on this journey of love and unity, we honour the lives and legacies of those who have touched our hearts and shaped our lives. So it's actually a really long poem. We might not need something as long as this because it's going to just be on one page, and we want it to be to stand out on that table. So what I might do, but this is really, really lovely start, really beautiful. I would ask it to shorten it but I would say this is really great. This is great, but it needs to be shorter, please. So in fond memory, as we celebrate today, we hold close the memories of those who had missed dearly. Though they aren't here, their love guides us. In their honor, we embrace this day with joy and gratitude, knowing they're with us in spirit, in loving memory. I think that's going to be really good. And what we can do is change in fond memory to in loving memory. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead and bring that into Canva now. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come over to Canva, press T for text, and I'm going to paste that in there. So I'm going to remove in fond memory, and then I'm going to take in loving memory, and I'm going to put it in its own separate kind of line, because I'm thinking I might do a different type of font for this bit here. So I'm going to remove the full stop as well. Make sure that's in the center. What I might do is add some additional text at the bottom, just like a nice parting message, something like forever loved, forever in our hearts, and forever in our hearts. So let's make that a little bit smaller, bring that to the bottom, and then we've just increased the font here. So again, because it's going to be on a table, we want it to be visible. Maybe that's a bit too big. So we'll bring this right down to the bottom, take that to the top. I just like to make sure I'm working within these border lines as well. Okay, so as you can see, this is basically the body of what we are. This sign is made up of. It is just in loving memory, the really nice poem, and then kind of some parting words. You could also include things like, because it's for the wedding, you might actually put the name of the bride and groom, and maybe the date of the wedding and the location, but I don't think that's going to be necessarily. Now what we're going to do is we are going to change up the font and the typography to really have a really nice aesthetic and feel. So I generally have my go-to fonts, but if you are looking for a particular style, then you can type in the style you're looking for. So it might be, for this, I think it's going to be like a calligraphy or handwritten type font. And once you type that in, then it will give you, it will return back a whole library of different fonts. Canva is always updating their font library. And so it's always nice to come in sometimes and just scroll through and just have a look. I'm going to go for Pinion script. I quite like that look. Yeah, I think that's really nice. You can make it changeable, but I actually don't want it to change this particular font. I'm going to try a different font for that. So we are making this bigger, make sure it's centered, and then actually we might change this down here to the Pinion font as well. Make it a little bit bigger again, and then make the spacing a bit less. Make sure that's centered. And then we just want to change this to something a bit more elegant. Let's scroll across. Nice paragraph font. Maybe Ragli. Yeah, I like the look of that. Make the line spacing less. And then we can actually make that font a bit bigger. Make sure that's in the middle. And then what we could do now, so as you can see, this has literally taken a couple of minutes to put together, and it's going to be serving that niche because it's untapped, unsaturated. You're going to be highly likely to get this up in your stores and possibly make some sales quite quickly, which is always good. Now, what you can do with this is go back into ChatGPT, get it to make you another message, and just make a whole library of different products just like this. So you would put in a different message here, maybe change the font again and have something completely different. So what we could do is add some color to this. So I'm going to put some floral kind of elements here. So we're just going to type in bouquet and see what there is. Make sure I'm clicking free. and then see what there is. This is quite nice. Let's see if there's something else. Yeah, that's nice. So we'll flip that so that we can put it in the corner. Maybe bring this down a little bit. Maybe make this element a little bit smaller. And so that's immediately like really made this sign look more interesting to look at, more pretty to look at. But obviously, you know, you can't appeal to everyone. So someone might just want that black and white sign, really simple, really minimalistic. But some people kind of want something that then, if it's a wedding and this is for a wedding, maybe they might want something that falls in with their color scheme for the wedding. So it might be ivories, pinks, or blues, or, you know, so you might want to choose some elements that tie in with that. And you could really target a micro niche of people who are looking for a sign like this, but with those elements that match their color scheme. So you could really set yourself apart with this. So as you can see now, that was really quick to do. Looks really nice. You could play around with more elements. So I put them in the corner, but what you could do is copy and paste and then just arrange it kind of like a border on the top and bottom. You know, change and then what I would do is I would highlight all that. So I would delete that, highlight all these, copy them, paste, bring them up, turn them over, and then move them into position. And there we go. We've got something completely different. Again, really, really beautiful and really easy to put together. So I hope you've got some value from this particular tutorial. If you have, then hopefully you have made your own by the end of this video. And if you were just watching along, then feel free to download this particular template. I'm making it available for all of you to use in your own business. You can use it as a starting point, or you can use it as is. Just make sure you make some changes to it, maybe change out the florals, change the font, but this is all ready to go and for you to use in your business. So I hope you enjoy that. That's it from me today. Remember, if you are interested in joining the membership to get a whole range of products just like this, then make sure you express your interest in the link below. And also, if you want the copy of this, that's in the link below as well. And the other freebie also in the link below. If you like videos like this, then please let me know. Click the like button, subscribe, let me know what you'd like to see more of. And until next time, all the very best.